Hey people, Drain Guru here. Um, just wanted to touch on a topic I've been thinking about lately. Um, I've been plumbing for 20 some years, residential service plumbing. I'm not a plumber per se, where I'm going into buildings, blueprint, all that, piping in whole buildings. Um, I've done some commercial, but mostly, I try to stay in the people's homes. So that's what you call a service plumber. Now, I've seen it change quite a bit through the years. When I first started, I was at a shop. His dad's been doing it, for 30 years, and his son took over. Family business, good reputation. I kind of stayed with companies like that. Didn't like the big corporations, but now everything seems like is either bought up or going to be bought up by big conglomerates or corporations from other towns. And the last company I was with, the owner was a nice guy, but there was no licensed plumber on site. And it's been like that for a while. A lot of jobs I try to look at, there's no licensed plumber there. It's just a bunch of guys wearing suits and ties, managers, and the managers are never even doing anything. So it just kind of, rubs me wrong, because I look at back in the 1950s when, these guys were plumbing, and we're not even 100 years from 1950, and you look at the plumbing now, it's fucking trash. You can't tell me it's not. Even the PVC we're putting in now, we're not going to be putting that shit in 20 years. I've seen roots growing through PVC in 7 years underground. So it's not like that's our best option to be using. It's just because it's probably the cheapest thing they can manufacture. I don't know, let me know what you think, because I think it's all going to shit quick. The mom and pop shops are dying, corporations are buying them up, and all they need is more money from the customer, when people ain't making more money. Raises ain't going up, everything's going up but people's pay. So I just don't see a good future for plumbing unless stuff starts to change. More people need to, these younger kids need to get into the game and, get their own companies going, because you're going to be, a millionaire, tenfold if you get your own company going within 10 years from now. So you'll be able to charge a cheaper rate than these giant corporations. They need $500-600 an hour, at least where I'm at. And you could come in at $250, $300 and clean up all day, have non-stop work. But let me know what you think down in the comments, because I'm interested where you're at, how's it going, and what's been happening, and if you've been plumbing long enough to watch it change like I have, and seen it go from mom and pops to just giant corporations from out of state with no licensed plumber in sight. Nothing but 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds with an attitude. But yeah, hey, y'all stay honorable out there. Peace.